let's just say we have a semi-open relationship, right?
Okay.
And you call me. You want me to say, I'm with this freak, I'm going to try to hit it, I'll call you back? That's honest. Or, baby, can I call you back? I'm with a friend.
Don't say I'm with a friend.
Yeah, it's a friend.
That's a lie.
She's a friend. If she's in my presence, she's some sort of friend. She's not my girlfriend. She's some sort of friend. So you say you want honesty. If you can handle it, yeah. But if you can't handle it, sometimes you have to protect them. You have to protect the feelings.
Damn.
That's all I'm saying.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm with a friend. That's not a lie. I'm not giving you details, but I'm with, like, you really want me to say, hey, I'm in Vegas, I'm with this little freak.
I want the truth.
So,
me.
You want me to say, I'm in Vegas, I'm with the little freak, she charged me $1,000, I'm going to try to get it to $700. I'm going to knock her down. I'm going to knock her down. You know me, it's going to take about 5 minutes. I'm going to call you back in 10 minutes. That's what you want to hear? Or you want to say, baby, I'll call you back in 20 minutes. I'm in a meeting.
No, you want, not in a meeting.
I got so much to say, but before I get into it, let me give y'all a quick disclaimer. This channel is filled with my opinions and my opinions alone. Nothing is factual and everything is all alleged. I do not know any of these people personally. Now, this is a commentary channel, and oftentimes I use clips as part of my critical review, right along with fair use guidelines. Now, with that being said, I'm back with another triggering topic. And today's topic is predatory older men with no self-control and how it comes to bite them in the butt every single time. And also how these men are literally trying to make prostitution mainstream. For Shaquille O'Neal, right? A man who has 6 biological children and 2 children that he also accepts from his previous relationships, that makes 8. For a man to have 8 children and to have admittedly ruined his marriage because of his wayward penis, to be out here talking about paying for the pussy is wild. That is not a flex at all. Sitting there as a 53-year-old man who is worth at least $500 million, according to Google, talking about you gonna try to bargain a girl down whose body you plan to use from $1,000 to $700 is absolutely disgusting. It's predatory and just all around trifling behavior. $300, that's like $10 to you. So why are you doing that? But thinking about it, on the other hand, you can't expect a man that dealt with his wife in the worst possible way to treat ex-workers any better. He's clearly a scumbag. And any woman that he's with can expect to get bogus treatment. It's like, what do you expect to get? Like queen treatment? Nah, that only comes if you have a king, which he is clearly not. But I will say, what I will say is that this behavior that is really being exposed by these rich older black men, supposedly the high value black men with means and money, it just lets you know that Kevin Samuels was a liar. He was a liar. He said that men are the only ones that retain their value, and older men and younger women, they go together like a hand in glove, and all these younger women want is a knowledgeable, older man who they are attracted to. Lies, lies, lies. All you see is dusty old black men with their nuts hanging down low to their ankles, paying younger women to close their eyes and think about the ways that they are going to spend what they are being paid. While these old men or these old buzzards are giving these girls 18 shallow pumps. I'm tired now. I need my insure shake. I gotta chill. I'm just saying, if older men were so desirable to women that were outside their age category, they would not have to pay these girls. So somebody is lying. If they were so desirable, these girls wouldn't be trying to figure out off rip, off top, the best way that they can finesse these men. And, I know men don't want to accept it. They really don't. But a cold hard truth is this. Most people in the same age category and the same stage of life gravitate towards each other because they have the most in common. There is nothing that an 18-year-old girl and a 53-year-old man have in common other than the language of, you guessed it, currency. This whole fantasy that men have of being wanted and desired by younger women is just that, a fantasy. Now, for the people that say, well, what about this guy? What about that guy? We can talk about, if you would like to, the small percentage of men that is literally about 1% that are actually sexy and desirable and retain some type of quality or looks that speak to younger women. But that amount of men is so minute that it isn't even worth talking about if you think about it logically. Like, you think right now in your mind's eye, the 50-plus-year-old men that you see, whether they're broke or whether they're rich, what do they look like? Do they look like this? Yeah, Or, fantasy world here, do they look like this? They don't. You know that the majority of them don't look like this. And this guy right here that I'm showing you, he's not even my type, but I just had to look up a 50-plus-year-old man that was in shape, and this is who came up, all right? That you couldn't even Google that many men, okay, on the World Wide Web. So you already know what they're looking like in real life. You already know the reality then, right? And, I don't know when we stopped realizing as a community, as a culture, that high value should not apply to what type of money or material things that you have. It should apply to your character and how good of a person or how good of a man you are. It should also include what you do and how you behave when you think that no one is watching.
Talking about date your age. I want to date my wage, so come on with it.
Well, you talking?
As a matter of fact, I'm taking applicants as we speak.
Well, you talking spicy tonight, boy.
This fool is talking about he doesn't want to date his age. He wants to date his wage. Well, sir, when you date your wage, guess what you get, sucker? People that only want to date that wage. Not you. They want that wage, that coin, that dollar, that euro, those pounds, that yen. Got you out here looking like a desperate. It's so odd that this man is talking about women overestimating their value and that women are essentially not worth anything if they cannot get a man to quote unquote buy them for what they say they're worth. Because wouldn't that mean that he's overestimating his own value and worth? Because none of these young girls, 18, 19, 20-year-old girls that he's chasing after would ever entertain him if he didn't have his wallet open. They would never let him touch them. But because he has something essentially to bribe them with, then he can have access. Just like, right, we all know, we all see it. We see the dumpster fire that right now Shannon Sharpe is on the precipice of losing everything. Do you think that any of these girls will be with him if he is broke or disgraced? Do you think they will get freaky then? Will they answer his phone calls? No. None of these girls would ever touch this man without a financial incentive. And since that is the case, then what value does Shannon really have? Because value is intrinsic, in my opinion. Having value is also about having a person that's willing to be there with you up or down, good or bad, no matter what. But nah, Gramps. You out here getting recorded and finessed because of your delusion about your worth and who you are. It's the same reason why these bedbugs sit there and call themselves the most desirable male while also yelling and crying about being the most oppressed. They call themselves the most desirable while black men and black women experience the most racism and discrimination. Some ain't adding up. The math ain't mathing. And this overestimation of the worth of a black man and also their hypocrisy, it's really got to stop because it's getting out of hand. It really is. It's like a sickness at this point because this man was no more than a lick to all of those girls that he was messing with. And my thing is that since he was a lick and they didn't care, then why would he be shocked that they would try to take him down the moment they got the chance? Like, it's like, I really feel like a lot of black men really live in delusion. And especially a lot of older black men live in super delusion. Because it's like, you thought that somebody really wants to take the D from an old, bow-legged grandpa with mediocre peen? Huh? That's what you really thought? You thought that they really want to see this face looming in front of theirs while they are forced to accept penetration? You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to mention that we never talk about finances because the majority of all black men, the whole collective would never, ever, 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 ever reach Shannon Sharpe's money. Ever. So you will never even be able to take the opportunity to even get finessed this way by these OnlyFans girls. They won't even entertain your black behind. So you're not even going to be able to even do this. And it's like, live in reality, right? Like, I just don't understand it. And it's just like looking at Shannon Sharpe, no tea, no shade, but really, I mean, who really thinks that Shannon Sharpe with the grandpa face is sexy? Like, I've never heard it. I've never heard it. Not to mention his zestiness, and also he's very immature. When you hear him talk, it's like you can't even tell that this man is 56 years old. It's just so embarrassing. And you know, when you look at somebody like Shannon Sharpe, who is supposed to be an elder, who is supposed to be a man that's supposed to have wisdom that he can impart onto younger men, he doesn't have it. It's absent. It's completely negative. And I really feel like this really puts a shining light on why the black community is the way it is. Because you have black men that say that they want black women to follow them, be led by them, to hand over their autonomy to them, and sit there and allow themselves to be led by the collective of black men, when the collective of black men are not capable of that. Like I mentioned, like you have the elders, like Shannon Sharpe, the elder black men of the black community, and even, you know, think about it, the black men that have reached levels of success that most will never be able to obtain, incapable of making smart decisions, incapable of thinking rational. You have black men that are well on their way to becoming senior citizens, getting gamed on, hoodwinked, bamboozled by girls. Yes, I said girls, because they are girls that are old enough to be their grandchildren. That is so disgraceful. Does anybody ever really think about it that way? And then you have black men supporting these bucketheads, and then they think that we are supposed to think that they're better. Like, you the same as Shannon. If you're over here, you know, condoning this man's behavior, making an excuse for this man's behavior, blaming all these white tea girls, like, y'all should know the game by now. Like, y'all ain't no victims. Don't nobody feel sorry for y'all. I wouldn't speak up for y'all at all. I'm only trying to make a point because I just wanted to be clear here. I don't care nothing about Shannon Sharpe. I don't care nothing about Shaquille O'Neal. All I'm trying to do is make a point so that everybody can see these are the reasons why the black community is in ruins. Because people always ask me like, well, you're talking about black men. You're over here saying you're helping black women, but where are the solutions? Where are the solutions? Where are the solutions? And I always say that the solutions to the problems in the black community lie within the hands of the black man. Black women aren't doing this. Black women are doing the best that they can do. Y'all are the ones that are throwing away everything that y'all have worked for. Just because you're bug broken and brainwashed to believe that another race of women is superior and it makes you more of a man to have what you have always been envious of because of the white T-man. Being with them does not make you white, and it does not give you access to the power and privilege that they have, and it never will. You have got to take your own power and your own privilege, but these men will never do that because they are too afraid to do it. You know, but like I said, it's just, I don't care about none of this. Like I said, I only care about black women, man. But I bring attention to these certain type of topics because when you talk about the black community, People try to do a throw-off game and put it on to black women. Oh, it's the single mother fault. Oh, it's black women fault because they masculine and independent. And da-da-da. It's not. If you ever look at the major problems that occur in the black community, you can see who the problem is for real. Because when we talk about all of these black male millionaires and black male billionaires, what are they doing to improve the black community as a whole? What are they doing? Where are the schools? Where are the hospitals? You know what I'm saying? Where are the communities? Nowhere. All they are caring about is out here trying to buy some white tea girls. What? That's all I'm saying. Like, it's literally insane to me. Like, but anyway, all I'm saying is that this type of predatory behavior, I don't feel sorry for none of mine. I want to say it again because it's always going to be women that come in there. Well, why are we talking about this? Why are we discussing this? Because it's a topic to discuss. And anything that can take away the blame being placed on black women, I'm going to talk about it. You know, like I said, you got men out there like Shaq, right? Peeing for girls, trying to lowball them. You know, and then what if one of them girls that he's trying to lowball gets mad? And now she says, you know what? I'm going to go for a big payday. And I'm going to expose this man and all of his perversions. Y'all want somebody to feel sorry for y'all. Y'all want somebody to feel pity for y'all after that. I feel no pity. You deserve no support. You do not. This is your karma. Okay? Period. You were unfaithful to your wife. You were playing in her face. You've been doing this to all these different type of black women, okie doking them and doing them bogus as well. I feel no pity for you when your day comes either. And then it's like Shannon Sharpe was out there bashing Angel Reese, uplifting that strong-faced woman, Caitlin Clark, out here basically calling black women bald-headed by telling a black woman that he was getting into it with, I think it was on Twitter, telling her like, hey, don't you have another horse to rob of their hair? Like, okay. You know, and laughing also about his lack of protection for black women. So it's like, you get what you get, dog. You old enough to know better. You know, but like I said, once again, I don't care. But all I'm saying is that we have a problem with stupidity in the black community. Truthfully. And it starts at the men. But they always want to put it on us because, I don't know. Because you can't tell me that you're meant to lead, you're born to lead, because you have a penis. Black women are supposed to stop, drop, and listen. Stop, drop, open. Let me stop. Let me not do that. All I'm saying is y'all telling black women that we supposed to follow behind y'all, but y'all never prove that anybody should listen to you. Like, there's literally the decisions that y'all make. And think about this, right? If the men that have reached the highest levels of success as possible are completely buck-broken, buckethead, bedbug, billy goat buffoons, then what do you think the average everyday black man is? Huh? This is food for thought, all right? But I digress. If you watched this whole video and you enjoyed it, please do me a favor and drop a 0 in the comments down below, because 0, these men ain't got nothing coming. 0%. 0.0. Let me stop playing. I'm really getting out of pocket with these videos lately, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just saying they ain't got nothing coming. 0. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that's no problem at all. Just do your girl a free favor. It won't cost you nothing. I know times are hard out here, so go ahead, follow your girl on TikTok. Follow your girl on TikTok. I do live stream there exclusively. Also, follow your girl on YouTube. I am on the road to 20K. Please help your girl get there. So hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. And also hit that subscribe button. And as always, ladies, I really love to hear from y'all. And I want to know what y'all think about this. So please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.